what networking methods have you tried and worked for you?
Being involved in community, be a part of some nonprofits, be on the board, talk to your coworkers, talk to all the people around you. LinkedIn has been a huge marketing tool for me. Then social media, use your Facebook, Instagram, anything that you have, right? Let people know what you're doing for the community.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Deep Dive with Varuna. Today's guest is a senior VP of 5-Star Bank, Sacramento Valley President. She is Lakwinder Kaur.
Hello.
Hi Lakwinder. And she was awarded as one among the 40 under 40 young talents by Sacramento Business Journal in 2022. Belated congratulations on that, Lakwinder.
Thank you.
Yeah. When I came to know about you from a dear friend, I was super excited to know more about you. And finally, here we are after several cancellations and postponing. Yeah. Thank you for being my guest, Lakwinder.
You're most welcome. Glad to be here, and thank you for having me over. I'm excited to be a part of this.
Yeah. So, banking sector is something what I haven't had a guest so far. So I'm very, very curious to know more about your journey in banking career. So my first question is, what was the spark that first got you interested in banking?
Spark got interested in banking. I would say it was more of a need of a job rather than I was not somebody who was dreaming, oh, I want to be in banking. Very simple girl from India, came here and arranged marriage, wanted to be a very successful housewife. I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's what the goal was, never to be in banking or anything like that. So once I was asked, okay, you need to look for a job, and you need to look for a job within a month, or you would go work with your husband on a liquor store. That was the spark. I was like, okay, now I need a job. So I started applying left and right, monster.com, indeed.com, everywhere. And that's when I got a call from a bank, and I started as a teller. So that was my spark.
That's very interesting to know. Okay, so now that you are a senior VP, what are your responsibilities?
Main job as a senior vice president at 5-Star Bank. My job is to present our bank in the community. We are a small but a big scale commercial bank. So we help businesses with commercial lending, commercial business banking relationships. So anything that you can think of a small to a large side business need, like a business account, business loans, merchant services, right? We provide all that.
Okay.
My goal is 50 million for the year. It's a big number, and that 50 million includes loans and depositor relationships. So that's why you see me out in the community talking to businesses to see how we can help them, how we can bring their business on board.
Wow. 50 million seems to be a huge number. How do you accomplish that?
A lot of networking. A lot of community events, going out there, talking to people, building relationships. I have a huge network of clients. I do get a lot of client referrals because of my experience in banking, customer service. For me, it's not about banking only. We want to make sure our clients are successful, they're into the right products, they're getting the right service that they need. We are not there to just get the relationship. We're there to expand it and retain it.
Yeah. So who is your clientele?
Everybody. I would say anybody with a small business, large business. They have employees. Somebody wants to buy a new business. They want to grow their business, right? We can help them with commercial lending. We can help them with accounts. We can help them with a lot of clients have big businesses where they need a lot of cash handling. So we have treasury services for that. So everybody and anybody in a business who needs like any type of financial help.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So can you explain some habits that you found to be most helpful for personal and professional growth?
Habits. I think like be organized, right?
Yeah.
So beginning of each week, you should know what your plan is for the whole week,
Okay.
right? And if suppose there's any things gonna happen, you're always going to end up like having some issues at the bank with clients or any operations, something like that. But always have a plan in mind that okay, I am going to do this week. There's always things gonna add on. I don't think they always. I mean, you're in the same industry, right?
Yeah.
There are always things keep on adding up. But stay consistent, stay organized. You know that okay, this is what I need to do and how I'm going to achieve it.
Oh.
So I use my calendar a lot. That's what I do.
A lot of planning.
A lot of planning. Yeah.
And then you started as a teller, right? And then now you are a senior vice president. So there might be several places where you felt like your career has been stalled. How did you handle that? How did you change it, or how did you make it to the next step?
That's a really good question. And I think when you start any job, we are so focused on just working. We do not know what our rights are, what we can do to move forward, right?
Yeah.
So I was stuck at same position for a few times where I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? Like one of my previous jobs, I was applying for a manager position for years, and I knew I was ready. My manager knew I was ready, but because I was a top producer, they didn't want to let me go.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, how we can keep her here? So every time something like this happened, I really had to use different measures. Okay, go talk to the upper management. I did give my resignation a few times that okay, if you won't take me, there's other banks who will like know what I'm worth, right? And they will take me. But there's so many different steps. I mean, it's no fun.
Yeah.
When you feel like okay, you're being stalled, and you don't have opportunity to grow, because we all want to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't feel same anymore.
And when you put your resignation, did you have a job in hand?
Yes, you have to have a job in hand.
Yeah, that trick.
How you gonna pay your bills?
Yeah.
So go outside, find a job first, bring an offer letter, and then you talk to them.
Yeah.
Right? And then if they value you, they will definitely make some effort to keep you there.
Yeah.
And then if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, then you already have another job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Been there, done that. I've done that several times. What's the challenge that shaped you most?
Challenge that shaped you more, that's kind of personal. I'm a single parent. Being a single parent, raising your kid in a different country where you don't have any family support, that's a biggest challenge. But I was very blessed. I have a really good son. He was there with me since day one. He's very smart, very supportive, and he was there. And still till this day, any time I have anything, any down moment, I can talk to him as an adult. Yeah. So I knew okay, I have a child to provide, I have a family to support, and I have a goal that this is where I want to be, right? And I'm blessed to be there.
Is that the drive that you have? Is that motivates you to go higher?
Yes, that's my drive.
Okay.
Yeah, we all have some type of drive that okay, we want to be successful in our life, we want to make our family proud, we want to do good for our kids, to set up a good example for even others to follow, right?
Yeah. I know, like that helps other people as well, right? Seeing you grow would motivate your younger, like cousins and nieces,
even the
nephews.
community.
Yeah.
I have a lot of kids. I've been teaching at Punjabi school from last 11 years. It's a voluntary thing and something that I give to community. And all the kids, they always tell me when they see my pictures in different events and going to different games, we want to get in banking. I'm like, of course you do. Banking is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being successful means staying ahead in the curve. Like, how do you plan yourself to stay ahead in the curve?
Again, being very organized. Everything has to be in the calendar, like we were talking.
Yeah.
So I plan my day ahead. Even grocery shopping has to go in the calendar. If it's not in the calendar, it's not happening. There's so many things going all the time. I'm part of so many different nonprofits, different organizations. From bank, we support a lot of different like organization, nonprofit stuff. So I have bank events. I have my personal nonprofit. I have my Punjabi school. I'm full-time mom. Then I take care of my mom. So everything is in the calendar. If it's not in the calendar, it's not. I forget a lot of things. That's why calendar every day.
And how do you keep up with that? Do you have a downtime where you recoup from all this that you're handling?
I do. You have to have that. Otherwise, you will be not even, I guess, productive. You will be very burnt out. So you need that me time. I try to do that. So Saturday, Sundays, I mean, you have seen Saturday, Sundays are really busy for me because I'm going to all the community events, a lot of like client parties, stuff like that. So I try to keep like 2 to 3 hours on Monday or Tuesday, where I'm just like, okay, block my time. I want to make sure I'm all relaxed. I'm going to gym, right?
Yeah.
Gotta stay healthy to keep running.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, self-love, self-care is should be a priority.
Yes.
And then, what are the skills that you had to put more effort to be successful in your career?
What are the more? Okay, I think I'm still working on it. So one skill that I can talk, right? I'm a people person. I'll come. I'll go talk to anybody, but listening to others, that's a problem. So I always have to tell myself, Nikki, shh, let them talk. And I do this. I'm trying where I'm listening to other person. Like, okay, they have to tell me their story and I'm keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna talk. Let them finish, and then when it's my turn to talk, then I'll talk.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be talking the whole time.
I know. And then I know you answered about how do you balance your personal and professional commitments. Other than planning, is there anything else that you do different to manage everything together?
Anything different? I would say having that cup of tea. That's what I would do. Like anytime when I feel like I have a lot going on, right? A cup of tea, a cup of coffee, it just wakes me up. Give me more energy that, okay, you can do this, you can handle it. And if I still can't handle it, I'll like turn off everything for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Put down like alarm on my clock, like a timer on my phone, and I will like close everything and take a nap if I can. Because otherwise you will be so burnt out that you won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, I know, right? It's some days it's like so you need that break from everything. And then how do you define success?
Everybody have their own success measures. Some people measure it by what they have achieved in their life, work-wise, how much you have in your personal belongings, right? For me, I measure it by how many people's life I have touched. And that's an honest answer. Like every single day, my goal is, okay, like our employees, our co-workers, the business owners we are helping, because I mean, you know the economy right now, we are dealing with a lot of issues where interest rates are up and people are struggling, right? So how are we going to help them, right? Recession, things are getting expensive. How are we going to help each other, support each other, and deal with this together? Every single day it's a battle. So you have to be there for each other. So anytime I have seen clients where I have few clients who started with like one small business, and now they're multimillionaire companies, right? So
Yeah.
that's my success,
Mm.
right? That I know you when you were like literally like maybe nothing,
Yeah.
and now you're a multimillionaire company,
Mm-hmm.
and you have so many employees, and people appreciate that. People
Yeah.
do see that, and then they respect you, they care about you, and I think that's how I measure my success. My clients are always like being there for me. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means a lot, like, and then what's your top strategy for success?
Um, Top strategy. I think be present. Be there for your family. Be there for your friends. Be there for your clients. Be there for your community. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that is my main strategy. I literally my own personal thing. I try not to miss a phone call.
Wow.
And if I miss a phone call, I will call you back. If I see your text, I'll leave it unread until I get back to it. Because if I don't leave it unread, I won't get back to it. So my goal is to get back to people as soon as I can. Sometimes like I'm in a meeting and I have like 13, 14 missed calls. And I come out of it and I'm like literally calling every single person on the road. Sorry I missed your call. Sorry I missed your call. So the strategy is to be present. Stay consistent. They should know that you're there for them.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good answer. Yeah. Sometimes like we just get carried away with other things, right?
Mhm.
But making sure that you're committed for their whatever that they want to, that's good. I need to start implementing. Sometimes like you see those texts you really want to, but then you never get it.
Then life happens.
Yeah.
Life happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I would like to know what's your morning routine like.
Morning routine. I get up 5 in the morning. I go to bed early, 9:30 to 10. Everybody knows, all my friends. Even if I go to any party, my deadline is 10 p.m. Yeah, I don't stay longer than that. I can't, because next day I am gonna eventually wake up at 5 a.m. So that means I had my last sleep, and I have to have my sleep. Otherwise, I'll be so mean. So 5 a.m. I get up, I make my tea, I sit down, I watch my shows or listen to Gurbani, do something within that 1 hour. Then I know my son goes to school. So 6 o'clock is my time where I start prepping for him. So by 7 o'clock when he comes down, we sit down together and then we chat for a little bit. We have our tea, then he goes his way, I go to my work.
No.
Yeah, I have to have that 1 to 2 hour window just for myself in the morning. Yeah.
That's the only time you get to yourself, I guess. So.
Yes. Otherwise, like 6 a.m. emails start coming. I start getting text messages too, 6 o'clock.
Oh, is it work related?
Work related. Some of my clients, they're up early morning looking at their accounts and they're like, oh, why did this happen? So you have to be there, right?
Yeah.
So I reply back, okay, let me look.
And then what networking methods have you tried and worked for you?
Being involved in community. Be a part of some nonprofits, be on the board, talk to your coworkers, talk to other people around you. LinkedIn has been a huge marketing tool for me. Then social media, use your Facebook, Instagram, anything that you have, right? Let people know what you're doing for the community. What are you doing how are you helping your nonprofits? So people do notice all these things. So I think that has been very helpful for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you start that back at the early stage of your career or somewhere in the middle of the career?
I would say somewhere in the middle of the career. When I started as a teller, banker, recession happened in 2008, right? I was a banker. I had no idea. People ask me, you were in banking in 2008? I had no idea. I was barely surviving with my kid. So if you're asking me, how was banking those days? No idea. I was paying my bills. I was working hard. I was surviving. So, for basic people like us, main thing is, okay, first you take care of your problems, right? Then you take care of others. But then you get to that point where you're just like, okay, now you're at a position You have time, you make enough money when you can think about other people.
Yeah.
When you know, okay, how I'm going to help these people grow, how I'm going to do this and that. No, in the early stages, I don't think it comes in the early stages, so I'm not going to like speech about it, because no, first when you start a job, you start a career, you're thinking, okay, how I'm going to grow myself, right? For your own growth, give yourself time, talk to a lot of people, learn about from their experiences. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice question. Nice answer.
Thank you. Honest answer.
Yeah, honest. Yeah. Can you share top 3 marketing strategies?
Marketing strategies: LinkedIn, social media is huge, being part of nonprofits, being involved in the community, right? Like pick some chambers that, like, there's so many chambers out there, there's so much going on, like especially locally, that we can go and we can like be a part of. I'm a part of Indian Association of Sacramento, I'm a part of California Sikh Foundation, I was a president for Indus Valley American Chamber of Commerce. So all those things.
And then I read somewhere that you are a part of some organization where there were only physicians, but they included you, right?
Oh yes, California Sikh Foundation. Yes, yes. So see, that one, I was a part of them. I started as a sponsor from my bank. So I was sponsoring their events. Then I was helping them during their community events. And then they asked me if I would like to be in the board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it took me 7 years to get into their board.
Oh,
so
wow.
Things doesn't happen like overnight. So please be patient.
Yeah. So, and then what's the best advice a mentor ever gave to you, which worked out like charm?
One of my mentors told me one time, and it's, even though it's more like a lending thing, I think it goes in our personal life as well. Character. So character is huge. So if you see, even personally or professionally, that if somebody has done something in the past, they're going to do it again, because it's in their character.
Oh, okay.
And in lending, if we see, okay, somebody had a bad credit history, somebody didn't pay their bills on time, somebody did something bad, they are more likely to repeat it again. So be very careful getting into a banking relationship or a personal relationship. If you see a red flag, don't do it.
Okay. Can you share an experience that you learned from an incident like that?
Yes, I have few, but the one I would like to share is, I was helping somebody in a business transaction, and I saw something, and they were very, oh, I didn't do it, it was situational, and situations happen, things happen, right? And you want to believe them, which I did, and now we are to a point where the person is not even answering my phone. So I learned the hard way. So moving forward, lesson learned for me, that if I do see a red flag, don't think that, oh, it's just situational. Dive more into it. Know more about their character before you invest yourself or your money into it.
And it's a pattern, right? Like one thing, if it happens once, there are chances of repeating a couple of times.
Oh yeah, we know it's gonna happen again.
What are some key skills that are important for success in banking industry?
Know your customers. Always have a smile on your face. Doesn't matter how's your day going. Yeah, of course it matters to you, right? That okay, if you're not having a good day, but in one of the training classes they told us smile, shine, shake hands, so make them feel welcome. So I think those are the top skills. You need to know how to engage your customers, how to engage people, how to talk to them, right? They should not feel uncomfortable. So make them feel welcome.
Do you think an introvert can become a good banker? Will it be hard for him or her?
I don't think so. I mean, I have seen a lot of introvert people being very successful in banking career.
Okay.
Yeah. And once you, so banking was never a career for me, right? This was not something I wanted to do. Back home, I was a very shy person. I won't like go and talk to random people like I do now. Now I'm like, hey. But you won't. Things change you, situations change you. A lot of things are situational. So I think just give yourself a shot, right? Get out of your bubble and see. I think sky is the limit. You can do anything that you think you can do, and that's what I think.
Okay, awesome. What have you learned in business that helped you become a better person?
I would say be grateful.
Okay.
Yeah, be grateful, be thankful, acknowledge, appreciate. I know I'm giving you so many words, but I think appreciate everything in your life. Be grateful. Recognize people. If someone is doing good for you, if somebody is putting initiative for you, appreciate them.
Okay.
A lot of people are going through a lot of things right now in their life, right? All the time.
Yeah.
So you don't know what somebody's going through. Be nice, be humble.
Yeah. Awesome. And then any three book recommendations that you can suggest for our viewers?
I love The Ideal Team Player. Ideal Team Player, Good to Great, and there was another one with the trust. I think it's the trust. So it's very hard to build a trust. It's easy to break it, and then it goes all like business and professionally.
Yeah.
So those are really good books.
Okay. All right. We came to the last segment of the podcast. When you're at a party, and if you're given 60 seconds, what personal story do you tell to others?
I would tell, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay.
The reason, when I was a teller, when I was just hired, I had no idea of the currency, what different currencies look like, and somebody came to make a deposit, and they brought some change. And I was asking him, I said, what is this? And he goes, it's a quarter. I said, how many cents? Because in the computer screen, it's saying 25, 10, 5, right? And
okay.
I have no idea. So I'm like, okay, what is this? And they're like, it's a quarter. I'm like, how many cents? He goes, 25. Put those aside, this. How many dimes? What is this? He goes, it's a dime. I said, how many cents? He goes, 10. And then he's like, you're a teller. You don't know the currency? And I'm like, no. And then my manager came running from his office and he goes, you don't know the currency? I said, you didn't ask me in the interview. I don't. So now when I interview people, I always ask them, do you have cash handling experience, right? How long have you been like in this customer service? Because I know I had no cash handling experience. They did not ask me. They didn't ask, I didn't tell. I thought they're going to teach me anyways, right? So I just assumed. Yeah, so I think that's something that, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Thank you very much, Lakwinder. It was really fun and interesting to know more about you. And I'm glad I got this opportunity to have a conversation with you.
Same here. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, and best of luck on your business career, your professional career, and I know your podcast. So wish you very best too.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.